So we're going to have a little church today. We're going to have a little sermon, a little sermonette. I'm going to be reading from the book of Jude. Now, the book of Jude is one of the shortest, probably the shortest book in the New Testament, other than Philemon. But Jude was the brother of Jesus. And the brother of Jesus has one of the shortest books in the New Testament. Jesus don't have a book. And his brother has a book. But this book only has 24 verses. That's all they gave the brother of Jesus is 24 verses, man. He ain't even got 2 chapters. Let's get to it. It says, this is Jude. We're going to start at verse 4. For certain individuals whose condemnation was written about long ago have secretly slipped in among you. They are ungodly people who pervert the grace of our God into a license for immorality and deny Jesus Christ, our only sovereign and Lord. Though you already know this, I want to remind you that the Lord at one time delivered his people out of Egypt. So he's familiarizing these people, which is the audience that was there when this was written, that he was writing to. He bringing something back to their memory, telling them about something that they were familiar with. So this is not anything pertaining to you when you read this. It's nowhere to put yourself in any context, anywhere here in the context of what's being said in the book of Jude, or anywhere else in the Bible for that matter. But let's get to let's go back to verse 5. It says, though you already know all of this, I want to remind you that the Lord at one time delivered his people out of Egypt, but later destroyed those who did not believe. So he chose to destroy people just because they didn't believe. That's what it says. So you say God is love, but would a loving God destroy people just because they don't believe? So if you don't believe, you are a corrupt person. Just because you didn't say the magic words, that make you corrupt. That make you unacceptable to God. Right? Now, if unbelief makes you unacceptable to God, in belief, not in yourself, but belief in Jesus makes you acceptable. Now, but that belief is not based on anything that you can do in and of yourself. The Bible says no man can come to God unless the Spirit draws him to God, right? So you can't believe unless God make you believe. So he has to make you acceptable by force. He has to make you acceptable by making you believe. So it's a make-believe religion. He has to make you believe so that he might not destroy you. So let's go to verse 6. Verse 6 says, and why would you want to remind somebody that God had to destroy some people because they didn't believe. But anyway, in the angels who did not keep their positions of authority, but abandoning their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on the great day. The question to ask yourself today: if these are the same angels who Satan led a rebellion against God, if Satan caused this rebellion in heaven and he led these angels that's locked up right now, why would he not be locked up? If he the one that caused the rebellion, he led the rebellion, he popped it all off, but yet God would decide to lock up the angels that sinned with him while he's still running free. But how can you lock up an angel? Like, these are spiritual beings. So what chains can you create to keep them bound? But we always wonder, why would God choose to lock up the angels? Why would he keep them in darkness? But if we read in the book of Revelation, he's going to let some of these angels out. And Satan is also going to be released. But think about this. If Satan is going to be released, first of all, you have to ask, why would he release Satan, right? But now, why didn't he lock him up? Why is Satan not locked up with these angels in Jude? Why didn't he lock Satan up with the angels who sinned with him? So he will be locked up in the future according to Revelation. But the question I'm asking is why is he running free right now? Why would God allow him to run free when he caused the whole rebellion in the first place? If these are the same angels, you got to ask yourself that question today. Think about it. Make sure y'all go to my YouTube and subscribe. We're almost at 4K subs. We're trying to get to 10K by the end of this year. It's Vietnam_done. Follow the journey.